Okay, Wednesday on tour in the UK, here at Gunfire 76.
Yes.
How's the tour going so far?
It is going great because I drink Coca-Cola.
Anything else you're drinking on tour?
That's for my sponsors. No, it's been really good. I believe this is the third show, and yeah, it's been cool so far. It's been different. I think it's kind of taken the audience, a little shock at first because they don't really know what to expect. They've heard the record and but the image and the whole thing is a lot different than the Wednesday 13 stuff. So I think at first they're kind of taken back a bit, but it's been cool though. I mean, the reaction's been great, and I'm having a blast. Being able to go out and do something new and do something that's fresh from what I've been doing the past few years is just gives me so much more energy. Now that I'm playing guitar with this, I got more freedom to run around and destroy my body and break bones like I've been doing. So it's been awesome.
That's cool. How are the songs going down live? The fans appreciating them and singing along and having a good time?
Yeah, I mean, you got the diehards up front that have already got the record and know the words, and the ones in the back that are waiting for me to play the old songs and things like that. But I think the songs translate really well live, and it was really important. Like in the States, we were kind of a trial and error sort of thing where we were playing a longer set, and I was playing more. We were still playing almost the old Gunfire record, but yet we were throwing in a lot of the 13 songs, and then just kind of started thinking about it. I was like, it's really kind of taken away from what this band is about. So we really kind of cut mainly the Wednesday stuff out. We still do a couple of the songs. So I think the fans would just be really mad if we didn't do a few of the songs, but we really tried to make this tour mainly about establishing Gunfire as a band and what we're about. So.
Excellent, sounds good. A completely different style of writing music and completely different to what you've done in the past. Was this easier or harder to write than the horror stuff that you've done in the past?
I mean, I don't really. I mean, it's a departure musically. I mean, I guess to an extent, but I think sometimes. I mean, I don't think it's that far away from what I've done. I mean, I think sometimes people just. I mean, really, what it really comes down to has been image over music. People really just kind of looked at more what I look like more than listen to what the band's about. I thought I've always played rock and roll music. It's been, the last record, Skeletons, was definitely a little heavier, but for the most part, I play rock music. I have black hair, not because I'm trying to be goth or be Dracula or anything. It's just, I have black hair because my favorite bands did. Everybody from Cooper and Kiss to the 80s hair metal bands and all those bands. That's why I have black hair. I didn't do it because I saw Marilyn Manson's video and dyed my hair black.
Well, I've always thought your music was more glam rock than goth. Anyway, I've always sort of seen it as
like
a Cooper sort of thing.
Yeah, it's just over the years, people just I didn't even know what the hell goth was when I dyed my hair black. I never even heard that term before. I'd heard of goth bands and stuff later on, like Sisters of Mercy and Bauhaus and things like that, but I never ever listened to those bands or owned any of their records. I may recognize some of their songs now because I've been to after shows and just like, oh, this is that. I'm like, okay, but I've just always played rock music, and that's kind of always what I've done. And this is really what I really wanted to set out to and make sure it was established as a rock and roll band. And the image was a big part of it. You gotta make people go, all right, look, this is not the same thing.
No, absolutely. You recorded wrote a few of the songs with Todd Youth on the Chelsea Smarts, great band. Are you ever planning on touring with him or working with him in the Gunfire stages, or was that just the writing process?
It was an idea in the beginning. Basically, that beginning idea started with us talking about putting the band together, and we exchanged some songs, and some of the songs on the record, Todd did help co-write, but that was pretty much it. After that, he got busy with his own thing, and I wanted to take it in a different direction anyway. So yeah, it was cool to write with someone. I mean, it's always cool to write with someone different because it brings a different style to, I feel like sometimes I kind of paint myself in a corner. I keep writing the same kind of thing. So to have just an extra person with another guitar riff that I did come up with and the right vocals was a really cool thing to do.
Alright, cool. You've toured a lot over the years. Are there any standout shows that you can instantly think that was an incredible show, or is everything amazing?
There's been so many. I mean, of recent, I could go back as far as Murdered on Days and say things like that. But like most recently, I think the Halloween show in London with Hanoi Rocks was probably one of my favorite shows, memorable. And then actually going to Japan and doing 2 weeks with Hanoi Rocks was pretty unbelievable. Vienna, that's one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
you know, and then also being able to control with Alice Cooper, and just there's so many things I've been fortunate enough to been able to do. And you know, I've been able, like you just said, how many times you saw me? 10
times. This will be the 10th time.
So, you know, I constantly stay on tour.
Yeah, I mean, the Halloween show was just one of my favourite gigs of all time. Hanoi Rock's one of my favourite bands. Never thought I'd see them live. And with you guys afterwards, what a show. Absolutely incredible.
Great.
Also the Fang Bang tour, when you brought it intimate to the UK on a really small venues, that was really, really cool.
Yeah, I wish I remembered most of it. But it was cool. I do. I mean, that was right after my car accident, and I was really like on a lot of pills. And I wasn't like on stage. Like this show was fine. It was just kind of like just my brain. I really don't remember much of that tour. I remember I put a lot into the show and tried to make it theatrical,
really
fun,
did.
and do a bunch of cool songs. So I wasn't fucked up when I was on stage.
No.
I just really have no memory of that last half of that year. So
You,
thankfully, all my friends and bands around me told me what happened. So
incredible.
Like you, so you're like, it's great. Thanks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You've got some plans ready for next year with a Wednesday tour in Australia and also some Gunfire dates. Anything else you're plotting and planning for next year?
You know, we're going to stay busy. I mean, right now, once this tour's over with, we go home for Christmas and New Year's, and then it's basically have rehearsal again, and we're out in the U.S. for like 3.5 weeks, I believe, and then I got to get back together with the Wednesday guys just to go to Australia. It was something I got offered. It was something the fans wanted, and it kind of was bad timing because I'm really in the mindset of just strictly doing Gunfire, but it was something that the fans, and I've been trying to get back to Australia for years, and just nothing was working out, and we finally got an offer, and I was like, oh, fuck, I'm in the middle of doing a new band, do I want to turn it down? So yes, we decided to do it. It's just 3 shows, you know, to go back and do, and so yeah, it should be fun. It's just, like I said, I'm kind of in the mind frame of this right now, but by the time it gets here from Australia, it'll be fun. I just got to get used to playing guitar again.
Yeah.
This tour has been great for on that part. I don't have to do anything. It's just go on stage and hold a microphone.
That's great. I'm just going to go a bit random now. If there's any fictional character from any movie or cartoon series you could hang out with and party with for a day, who would it be?
Beetlejuice.
So that would be a cool combination, you and Beetlejuice.
Yeah, he's funny. He's a good guy. He's crazy, and he likes to party.
Absolutely. With the horror movies, obviously a massive fan.
Yep.
Would you prefer the old school black and white horror movies to kick back and chill with, or do you prefer the modern, sort of more gory orientated?
You know, it just depends on the mood. I mean, I like everything. I don't have like a favorite movie. I have favorite movies. I have favorite movies in different eras. I mean, I can chop it up from the old black and white Universal stuff to the 70s, almost exploitation stuff, to the cheesy 80s stuff. You know, it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. You know, honestly, I mean, I've never. You know, I guess when I was younger, I really kind of liked the gory stuff a lot. But over the years, the gore really hasn't been anything that's really impressed me with anything. I mean, like today we were actually, I finished it on. We started watching Zombieland this morning, which was really cool.
Not seen it. Yeah, it looks really cool.
It was pretty gory, but funny.
Yeah. I mean, I love the black and whites of Vincent Price. Is probably my favourite actor. I'd rather sit back with a Vincent movie than something modern.
You know, I love this black and white. I still think my favorite movie ever did was Dr. Fives.
It's a great film.
It's such a weird 70s, just the colors in it. Just, I don't know. It makes me feel awkward when I watch it, so that's why I like it.
That's what a film should do to you. Something special that stands out. So, as far as Gunfire is concerned in the UK, what are you planning for us? How are you going to rock us out?
Tonight, for the gig tonight, this is the same as we've been doing. I mean, this is, you know, I think the best thing about this band is that there really hasn't been any plan. It's just like everybody just knows the songs and just kind of go on stage and just, it's not based on theatrics, it's just putting on the most energetic show we possibly can. So yeah, I mean, if I could show you all the wounds that I have from the past few weeks, you'd see what I'm talking about. But it's super energetic and just, it's fun. I'm having a blast with it.
Fun rock and roll, that sounds good. Tell the world right now why they should see Gunfire 76 in the UK.
Because we are better than New Kids on the Block.
That's the selling point right there. Finally, we're doing this interview for RazorStrike.com.
Yes.
Loving the videos, loving the website that's been uploaded. You're going to work with them in the future and put more stuff on there?
Yeah. I mean, we've just been we've been trying to videotape everything we can and just going through the website, so it's been cool, and it's kind of cool showing the fans that, you know, that we're not like an untouchable kind of band, that, you know, we're humans and that we're not just, you know, it keeps it real for everyone, and they know that We like to party.
Absolutely. Thank you, Wednesday, for your time. So, putting it up. Thank you.
Thank you.